guys are up.
Yeah.
So this one's a smaller size one, so that'll be easier for you.
All right. Yeah. You're gonna race. You're gonna get on the deck. You're gonna race him. Who can get on the fastest?
Corey, you went on this too?
Yeah, we can do tag team.
2v2.
Yeah.
Into the survival suits we go.
Yeah.
While they're still back, so let me roll this up real quick.
Hey, Corey, can you hand me the Polaroid camera right there?
When you take them off, you want to keep at least 1 inch, 2 inches from there. That prevents the zipper, just like on a jacket, if it goes all the way down from getting stuck. So if you actually need it, you're not fighting it, realizing you have a stuck zipper.
Good idea, bad big
Stuff goes down.
Okay. Well,
You want to grab another orange one?
That'd be perfect. Thanks, Corey.
Or Max, you want in on it too?
I'm fighting with tech, but I'll fight you on that. Yeah, I'd much prefer to do survival suit stuff. Oh, and it's off. Oh no, it's working.
So make that 2 survival suits?
Are you streaming today or not?
Good question. I think I'll be live at some point. Yeah.
Okay. What's the guys to make? Should I take this? I can take this outside. I can take this outside, I think. I'm trying to move everything outside. It looks like the rain has stopped, so I'm going to put this outside, and then... Actually, they just left, so maybe I'm good here. Let's see. Good. Struggling a little bit. They've figured out the Wi-Fi stuff. I have not figured out the Wi-Fi stuff, but got some fun sketches that I was hoping to make. Let's go and... Oh, Connor's up. Good luck. Truthfully, this is me trying to get out of survival suit work, is what I'm really trying to aim for here.
I'm tired.
Let's just check, see if that does in fact work. Connor's gonna Red Bull himself up. And let's get this running. And let's do some sketching. Okay, good plan? Yes. Good. Okay, it is working. Oh, cool. There we go. Alright. So let's give this a try here. So so much about the Wi-Fi size of things. I am not. I sketch. I if I could, I'd go everything fully analog. But there's a lot of us today. It's true. Is it working, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Not sure if things are going or not going.
Is it working?
Oh, I think all of a sudden they're working. I
There you
wonder
go.
if like exactly.
They're fine.
Yeah. He thinks it's fine. I think there might be some issues. There might be some tech issues. I'm gonna wait till they're not surviving. I'm just gonna move all this stuff upstairs.
Wait.
Okay, this is definitely a Wi-Fi issue.
Drawing hand out?
Take it out.
Right, put your hood up.
I might.
Ideally, you have about a couple minutes to do it, but
I forgot about the hood.
the hood's inside. Hood will keep you safe
Yeah.
and warm.
Yeah.
Pull it up. Oh.
Thank you. That's the
You're thinking over it.
Inside?
yeah, I got rolled up. There we go. Put your hand there. Around it.
I can't. Yeah. Right, thank you.
2 minutes.
Right there.
All the way up. Even higher.
And then get your stuff crushed.
Connor holding a basketball hoop from here.
We only get to do this once. It's so cool.
That should be working now. Let's see. Do we have? Is it working? We're back? Oh, we're back. Oh, great. Okay. Well, I'm now on the top of the boat. They're all down there. I don't have my sketching stuff. Let me go grab that. I'll show you where they are. So they're. I think I'm just not allowed to be inside. I think that's the problem.
This is more fun. Okay. All right.
Questionable friends.
Questionable friend.
But they're having a time. I think now we just kind of let them float over to the bears. It's probably the best thing for them. He's getting pulled into the chaos on deck. It is the truth. Okay, we can see and hear me. Oh, great. Well, that's exciting. All right, hey everybody. Sorry, I'm not really the techie side of things, but that's okay because we're somewhere gorgeous. I'm gonna go finish up some paintings. I'm here with my friends Connor and Maya and Adapt and a whole crew. We just saw some very cool bears way over there. I have a bunch of partially filled out sketches. What I'm gonna try to do is paint all of those in. It does not work downstairs. It is a metal boat, so that makes sense. I'm gonna be upstairs. I don't know, there's quite literally there are stairs that I went up. That's the only reason this is upstairs. And I'm gonna pick one of these, probably, I don't know, that looks decent. So it's gonna make a little studio up here and make a little painting. How's that sound? First, I'm just gonna connect this, and here, I'm gonna have to stay right here while I go get my supplies.
That was so great. I felt so safe. You look safe.
Things you do in Alaska for fun. Connor, technically from Alaska too, which is pretty funny. So let me just
I wanted to dash.
scoot this, swap this. Put this right here.
So roll up feet first.
Feet first. Do we need to wash this? How hard to think about like a fruit by the foot?
I'm gonna throw them in the engine room.
I got them. I'm just gonna grab my stuff really quick.
I didn't even think that any water came in. I was so hot on that initial dive, but though I went under.
I bet that's just all sweat.
Cold, right?
Use like this. Man.
Yep.
Perfect.
Good work, guys.
Now,
That water wasn't cold at all.
Survival suits work, don't they?
Maybe on face. Yeah, cold.
No, your body temps get so hot in there that it's just like jumping in the sauna that you go outside, your residual heat still.
Okay, gotta steal one more thing. There's one thing Connor has. Then we're good.
I was thinking about if I had my phone and my wallet on me. I didn't trust it.
Nope. That's right. I always need your attention.
We have this. Okay. I'm seeing lots of things going on here, including what looks like some serious connectivity issues. Okay, and still spotty. I'll steal a stool while I'm at it. Month.
Okay.
Whoa.
What's good, man?
You want one of these?
What?
Right here.
Oh,
would be good.
Great. Yeah, you set it up either on here with this in the background or yeah. Right?
Dude, it just hates your star.
Oh, it's back. Something happened.
Barely.
Barely. I'm glad to know that it's not just me, but you think it's.
Here, unlock it. Yeah, see if we can get.
Also, if you need to know, this is my password.
How many times is that?
As many times as it needs. It is back. Okay. Well, Connor is about to work some magic, theoretically. I always thought the problem was me. But I think, well, the problem might still be me. But Connor's gonna work some magic, and then we're gonna paint. This is why I paint, is so I don't have to deal with stuff like this. But I'm just excited to be able to show you some of this, because like this is a gorgeous spot. At first I was thinking we paint in some of this, but it is so pretty out here. I think that the only thing we can do
Are we safe to find outlets up here? Yeah.
Genuinely,
There's also a stool, cedar stool.
are we in U.S. servers? Does Alaska have its own?
We are part of the U.S. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's like
Alaska's part of the U.S. We're in a tiny little box with Hawaii and like everybody else, but we're still technically on the map, sort of, if they're nice.
oh, you're good. It's good now.
Oh, now it's good. Oh my gosh.
Still gonna.
Now it works.
I'm gonna leave it there. You just focus on you. Let me know if you need it.
Okay. All right. Well.
And what I'm gonna do is bring this over so you can look at your bit rate.
Oh. Okay.
So
okay.
If you're above 2,000, you're good. So see down here.
Oh yeah.
If you're above 2,000, you're good.
And if not, just plug it into that thing.
Just let me know. I'll be around.
Okay.
Come up here and hang out.
All right. This will be great. Yeah, definitely drink a beer. Okay.
You're good.
But it's
Log
good.
in, you're focused.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what's it? All of these paintings are going to be dedicated to you, by the way, if you can get this going. I think it's Starlink. I blame Starlink. Oop. And we're back for some strange reason. Here, Connor is just like working 2 streams right now because they're working on one as well. I didn't mean to make this difficult, I'm sorry. I just wanted to paint.
We're back.
Okay. And we're back. the meantime, sketches. I'm going to start making a sketch of this location out here, and I'll toss a picture of it on Discord as well. We have a fun Discord if you want to paint along. Amazing. If not, I'll just show you this in the stream too. But as things keep on struggling mightily, that might be what we need. Oh yeah, look at that. There it goes. The fact that there's any connection out here is crazy. Normally you couldn't even get a text. Okay, so I'm going to toss this on Discord really quick if anyone wants to check this out, and then let's start painting. We're going to start with an outline and then work our way out there. Okay, so here we go. We have on Discord. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's toss into the live stream one on Discord. So we have a couple options here, and I'm thinking, I mean, that's really cool back there too. Let's see what you think here. Can't see on that, but good. Pixely, but good.
What's the bit right?
4,000. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We're just gonna run with this as long as we have. So this is a really cool location. You got this one right here, or way over there, back there, you have this kind of gorgeousness, which is pretty stunning, to be honest. But I think this, I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, up there, there's a waterfall I can see. This is just like, whatever's happening here is incredible. Not sure if you can kind of zoom in, but I think I'm gonna kind of crop in and do that. So that's my plan. And now all we need to do is kind of get that initial sketch down. So I'm going to do just a little bit of this right now. Yeah, isn't this gorgeous? It's like, it is so pretty up here. Okay, so I'm going to start with, just going to connect this right here. Is it holding? Okay. Yeah, this area is amazing. As is Connor. Thank you, Connor, for your help. So I'm going to just quickly get our chat going. And thank you for your patience. I know it's been kind of a little bit of a wild ride. Rolling with this crew is definitely a wild ride in these parts, but it's good. It's good. So here we go. If I tried to show it earlier and it didn't work, here's the sketches I have so far. So we've got some puffins. These are horned puffins, I think. There's horned and tufted. I'm going to double check. I penciled in the label right now, but I'm not going to mess with it until I know that it is the right one. I don't know your take, but I'm always scared of putting the wrong thing in something like this. Like, what if like I pen in horned and it's actually tufted, or like I always feel the most insecure about words in particular. So that is what I'm going to be asking Andy about. And I'm just going to go change one thing so I can actually see what you're doing. That is the button that I need to click. All right, and we're good. And now, I'll switch to the next page. This one I haven't filled in yet. We could potentially do this today or some other day. These are otters. There's an absolute raft of these things. It was absolutely incredible. Tufted confirmed? Okay, great. Thank you, Liz. That is what I needed. You rock. Okay, so we're going to tufted puffins. They're all over the place. There's marbled murrelets, too, which is fun. I have a murrelet at home. Not like a real one, like a kid named one. But there's also some more otters. This absolute little raft of otters was so fun. And then... oh, the little island. Do you like that one? And then we have a little break where oh yeah, and then there's some bears as well. So I'm thinking we sketch this landscape though, because this landscape is just incredible. Let's see. What else did I have? Was that the only ones I made? Yep, I guess so. Alright, so let's sketch this landscape right here. I'm thinking this is the page right there. If I need to, I can always extend it out a little bit. I'm kind of tempted to. What do we got here? Yeah, maybe give it a try. Okay, we're going to start with this. That's what I love about accordion journals, is like if it gets really good, you can kind of keep on going and going and going. It doesn't kind of make you choose. All right, so let's bring you over here so you can kind of see what is happening. We got a little bit of some supplies to choose from. Over here, I've got some of these. I think I'm going to grab a pencil. And then I have a little bit of a eraser. And this one is rubber. I'm trying to use these more and more, especially in places like this, because all those little shavings that come off, this right here, is going to be a microplastic basically, and so the plastic ones I don't want to break into this environment if I can. So this is just like a natural rubber eraser, which will work just fine. You haven't seen an accordion sketchbook in years, and it makes you want one. They are great. Yeah, these are phenomenal. And a little bit of a, sorry, a little distracting there. they're playing video games. Are you seeing this? This is seems borderline inappropriate here, but also this is their trip, and I'm kind of just helping on it, so I'm not one to talk. But how could you watch a screen when it's like this out here? That's okay. We are, let's see. He is living the dream. Okay. And here we go. So we have a little bit of this to do. So I'm just going to scoot over this so you can kind of see what's happening a little better. Okay, that looks good. And now I'm just going to scoot this right over here. Let me know what you can see. Sorry, that's a little too close to my face, I'm sure. There we go. Okay. So we have a little sketch that we can do. Maybe we fill in one of those otters right now. We absolutely could. These are the little otters. There's a whole little raft of them out there, which is pretty fun. Should we start with some of those? Let's start with some otters. I think sometimes it's good to start with something little, especially before you jump into something big. It'd be kind of terrifying. Starting with the big stuff. So let's do that. Let's do a couple otters here. This right here is a little brush. So this is the gunshots are not just for the record. This is the gunshots are coming from the video game that is being played next to me. Okay, so we are just adding a little bit of we're going to add just a little bit of the otters here. So this is a little bit of the watercolors I'm using. You can see that there are some squashed up flies in there. It's just the nature of painting in Alaska. Can you see that? There's definitely like a little mosquito-y thing that got stuck in there while painting. This happens.
The gunshots in the background.
Definitely, yeah. I came up here because I was like, oh, I want to be out of the way. So I did, but now the gunshots from the video game. Normally I go very far afield to not be in anybody's way, but Alaska is kind of unique. What's interesting is these are probably some of the only gunshots that have been heard here for a very long time. This is Katmai, where the bears, the reason you can get so close to them is because they haven't had any gunshots. This is a national park. These bears are protected. In Kodiak, they're a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more scared because there's a hunt in Kodiak and they get shot. Whereas here, they won't get shot. They are protected, and there's kind of like this truce. So the bears have a truce with each other, and then people have like a truce with them too. So the bears are just used to people. They're very predictable, and it's not like an issue. So that's kind of a really cool thing we have here. But it's also kind of wild that, yeah, right, the sound of a gunshot, most Alaskan valleys probably hear at least one or two per year. But this one might not, aside from Call of Duty, which is being played on a boat for some reason. All right, to the otters. Okay, here we go. So let's do some otters here.
Gilbert, you just focus on their face now. We got pulled in. They can see you guys playing.
I'm just gonna scoot this. Didn't even think about the bears will get. I didn't even think about that. Do you think the bears will get scared of the noise? I think not. It's. There's a speaker kind of facing me. It's pretty quiet. I think chances are no one can even hear that. And by hear I mean bears. Yeah, I don't think it's probably too much of an issue. It's truly amazing. The only gunshot sounds are from a video game. Isn't that kind of how it should be for some of these places, though? You know. All right, quickly. Let's get started before something cuts out. So I'm just going to get a little bit of some water here, and I'm going to stick this right here. And let's go stick this on right here. All right. And now let's go add some of these. So otters aren't always white. These ones right here have a little bit of, well, they could be white or not. I'll make them a little bit. Otters kind of gray over time, like people do, which is super cute. Also, holy cow, there's a whole lot of you. Wait a second. I just looked at numbers. Is this all from Liz? Where did everybody come from here? This is wild. And there's like lots of subs and everything happening too. Thank you. Oh, thanks so much. It's a snapshot in time we're living in. Fascinating. It wouldn't happen any other way. It's true. It is true. It is some wildness. Oh my gosh, lots of subs. Thanks, Atomic. Thanks, Lou. This is wild. Okay. To these otters. Into the chat. But let's... Okay, so we got... There we go. Right back to these otters. So... I'm just going to try to kind of get a couple of these, just to kind of settle myself. Sometimes with these sketches, it can be a lot to figure out what you're doing. And if you can, just do like a little sketch. It can be kind of nice sometimes. Otters are not all white. So some have these kind of cute little white faces. A lot of times they're all brown. And they kind of gray like people, from what I understand. Somebody should probably fact check me. But basically, an old otter, which might be just like 4 or 5. I'm not sure. I think otters, some live to like 20 years, but I think a lot of times they're high mortality. A nice old otter will be like, a good, nice white face with all those white whiskers. But a lot of young ones are just fully there. Saw me Instagram post and came by to say hi. Oh, thank you. And then the Black Ops in the back. Yes, there's definitely some of that going on right now. I can only draw good as a stick man. That's a good place to start. I mean, that is where all of this starts. So you'll see these otters, it's complex, but it builds up slowly. It's scary and it can be a little different, but it is doable. And if you can draw a stick man, that is a great place to start. So if you're worried about it, one, it's okay. It's okay not to draw. It doesn't have to be everybody's thing, but it is like a skill. It's like learning French, right? Like, you don't have to learn French, but it can open up some doors. So even if you don't know any French, or just bonjour, which is the equivalent of drawing a stick man, but you want to, you can still learn, and it's okay. Okay, so we have, let's see. Hello, Bean. Hello, Pajama. Oh my gosh, lots of tears. Wow, thank you so much. Thanks, Pootie. That is so kind of you. Otter fan? Hi, Otter. Oh, shoot. Where's my puns when I need them? Otter something. Anyway, we ought to be grateful. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit here. And I'm just going to kind of fill in a bunch of these sort of as we go. Let's see. Let's make this a nice little white whiskered face. And I'm just going to try to kind of add a little bit of a lot of these just to kind of... Can you hear the sound of Black Ops in the background? Just add a little bit of these, just kind of as we go. I just kind of sketched them real quick. While a lot of these are drying too, maybe I'll add in the rest and then I'll let them dry. Let's see, their feet are always going to be brown, so we can add those in. Just a little bit right there. And a little bit here. You know what? I think I'm feeling ready to take on one of the big ones. Should we just go for a full painting? Sometimes I need to work on, I'm going to keep on doing those, but I can do this, in the darkness or something like that too. I just need to fill those notes in. I'm feeling like maybe it's time to take on a big painting. Should we start that? I think it might be time. I just looked up and saw this place and it was just hold on, look at this. I mean, look at that though. Seriously, that is stunning. Why don't we do a quick little sketch? Why don't we do that? We'll just do a quick little sketch. Let me just unclip this. Landscape, please. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm seeing some real consensus in the chat here. All right. Let me go. This is one of the scarier things because sketching this while looking at you is it's a little bit like performing, I don't know, acting in front of an Oscar winner or something. It's legit. It's legit. It's a little scary. So, okay, I'm going to walk you through the whole pieces here. looks like we got some decent weather. These colors are gorgeous. And if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just stalling. I'm so nervous about this stuff, which is weird because I made tons of paintings and lots of landscapes, but every time I start, I just feel like a little bit, like there's that apprehension. It feels like a diver or something. And me explaining this to you is 100% just procrastination of me not wanting to start. So, okay, we're just going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Here we go. All together. We're all going to do this. Okay, so here we go. This is going to go up. All right, so this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. And I'm going to, once my otters are dry in particular, oh, they're all still very wet. That's okay. I've got a different drawing right here, but it's not one that I care about too much. So we're going to go kind of sketch all of this right here. So I'm going to start by figuring out where my kind of angles and all of that are. We'll just put it there. So, oh, that's a gross sound from over there. It's because you care. Totally understandable. On the scenery. I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like sometimes the more beautiful places, the harder it is to draw. Which is strange, but also very, very, very true. Okay, a little bit here, it goes down, a little bit of a mountain, and I'm just looking up as much of this as I can while I'm drawing it, just because that's kind of going to give me all of the proportions. It's also why I think drawings sort of hold more of a memory than anything else. Like, we have some big cameras on this boat that can take 100 megapixel whatevers, and you know, you could blow up a billboard on them and you could take 1,000,000 shots in 10 seconds, but like a drawing actually makes you look at it, and that's what I think is so cool about it. So okay, just got a little bit of a sketch right there. It's rough, but I'll show you in 1 second. A little bit here. There's a boat. There we go, and then this goes over here, and then this goes up here. Okay. There we go. All right. So this right here is kind of loosely what I'm looking at. So I've got just a little bit of this, which is, let's scoot that over here. There you are. So I've got just a little bit of this kind of pen outline pencil, and then I'm going to pen it in, but you can kind of see that shape right here. So it's kind of just like something like that is really all we're looking at. It's not Max's fault that the screen bears in the wind. My first time painting. Oh, yes. I just started flying to Alaska and already on my short list. Yeah, Katmai is pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. Yeah, it's wild. Also, I love the fact that all these emotes are coming through as well. This is so fun. All right, so these right here, I'm now going to pen in. I'll just grab, let's see, 0.8. We'll grab a 0.5. How about? All right, there we go. Lurking from Maya stream. Hey, if Call of Duty's not your thing, I'm here for you. Although if Call of Duty is your thing, I could go walk over there if you want. They're definitely having a time. I was never very good at those games. I usually just kind of sketch in the corner. And here we are again. Okay, so I'm going to be penning in all of this. Now when stuff gets real, then I'm going to add pencil, then we're going to add watercolor. And I do this because there's an order of when I use pencil, because it's quick and easy to be erased. And then if things go, say, horribly wrong, or there's a bear or something happens, then pencil, you at least got a pencil sketch. Then I do pen, a little bit more permanent. Then I do colored pencil, which still gets you colors. And then if you don't have time, you can stop and you still have it. Whereas watercolor, if you start with watercolor and then you don't have time, it kind of gets Rorschached when you close that book. So we're just doing it in kind of field order. What's the brand of pencil? This is called Width. They're kind of cool. They're like, they come with all these different leads. So you can use any kind of lead you want, but they're mechanical. So I have like actual pencil in there, but I'll use this as my actual colored pencil. But it fits right into something like this. Kind of handy, huh? And then this right here is called Art Toolkit. They just make tiny little palettes. They're great, but anything you have and use is what you need. The trick is just to get color on your paper. Okay, so let's go pen in something. We don't need to have it perfect. There is a lot of space and room to be able to do all of these things. So here we go. We're just going to add a little bit of something. And you can always erase if you want, although I'm trying to do less erasing because I kind of like showing where it is. Like my grandmother left behind all of these sketches, and I find in where she messed up and went back far more of her than I do in the sketches that are perfect and obviously were penciled in and deleted and things like that. So this kind of stuff I'll probably leave. Alright, so we're just going to add a little bit over here. Isn't it a gorgeous pencil? It is a gorgeous pencil. But what about this drawing? Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit over here, and I'm just slowly adding all of this. In fact, I'm getting stage fright on that stuff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot you all over to this here tripod, because it happens. It's a totally natural thing. Performance anxiety. At least to the pen outline, that's what I noticed. It's like, I'm totally fine. I'm absolutely fine so long as you don't see me draw the outline of the pen. The pen, I can't handle it. It's like some weird, I don't know if it's a weird thing or what, but like the outline is where it just feels super personal and like I could really screw it up. Okay, here we go. So let's just keep on adding a little bit here. All right, so we're just gonna be adding a little bit of this and here, down and over. It's kind of interesting, actually. The mountain, this one over here, just kind of lost a little bit of its, definition. Can you kind of see all of that? So we're just adding a little bit there. It's valid? Okay, I'm glad to know that it's it's valid. It will be color time very soon, yes. Absolutely it will. Okay, and then we got some trees down here. My sense of scale gets really off too. If somebody gives me a photo to paint from for like a mountain, I'm actually pretty good. I find that I really struggle with mountains when they're in front of me because they're so big. They just have the effect on me where it's like they feel enormous and kind of throw my whole world off, which I think is kind of why we're in mountains, right? Like we go to be around mountains and in mountains because they're so big it makes our problems feel small. And it just, a byproduct of that is that it kind of screws up your painting ability, or at least like your outlining ability. All right, so we got some of this. Let's see. Do you like the look that my wife got, the loon on the hat? My wife got it for me because she thinks I'm loony. Okay. But also, I love loons. They are definitely one of those birds, you know? Not what I would have chosen for myself. I definitely think I'm more of a magpie person myself. Big fan of magpies. But, I don't know. Loons keep on showing up in my life in funny ways. And just a few of these notches up there. And you'll see if I was my grandma, I'd spend most of my time looking. I'm probably spending 50%, look up, look down, look up, look down. She was so good. She would just look up and just know where her pencil was, and it would be there. And because of that, her sketches are so accurate usually that I can find to the foot where she was sitting. I've not gotten there yet, and I think that's something I might need to work on this year. That confidence to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and that's it. I'm just gonna look at this, and maybe the sketch doesn't turn out, but that's okay. I will say though, if you are gonna try something like that, I highly advise trying it not in a place like this. Beautiful places are not really time to try new techniques. Kind of like races. I used to do a bunch of cross country, and during a new race, you'd always want to try something like a new pair of socks. Don't try anything new during a big race. Like, if it's tried and true, go for it. And I feel like that's the same with painting. Is try all your stuff out at home, give it a go. But when it comes to this, maybe don't try anything too new. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that, Q. Tons lives in Minnesota. It's like muscle memory to hear, right? Yeah, she was so, it would have just been a thing, which I want to develop, I think that'd be really cool. Oh my gosh, a lot of subs. Wow, thanks, Q. Holy cow. That is so kind of you. Wow, yeah. Whoa, a 5. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, she is My grandma's one wild woman, and it's so cool. Like, actually, so her sketchbook, it's downstairs. I'm not going to go grab it, but like her sketchbook, she was in Katmai in '85. I don't know if she came here. I don't know exactly where she came. I'll have Andy check it out, but she sketched bears, and so I got to sketch the bears, like the Katmai bears that she got to sketch. I think she was actually in Brooks Camp, which is a little bit over there, but there's some of these places that I think, I don't know. It sounds crazy because it's so expensive to get here, but like next year, I think I want to spend the time and actually get here and do it properly and live stream the whole thing. Like, bring you all with. Let's find those 7, 8, 9 sketches and like actually sit where she sat. The animals are interesting because they change around, but like I think we could probably find the places where she sat, especially the landscapes, and make the same painting of the same place. One day. Okay. And now let's just add a little bit of... Oh, I think it's just paint. I think it's paint time. Here for painting? Okay. The fact that I can hear mine dad is so funny. Yes, they're definitely there playing. Call it something. He just said GG, which I think means the game has ended. Amazing place. So jealous. It is pretty wild. Yeah. We will be here. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So here we go. Let's go jump into this. You ready? This is the second most scary part of painting. First, putting a line. Second, honestly, probably putting the pen line. The third is the first brush stroke. So here we go. This is what we're looking at here. Brush stroke number 1. We'll just scoot this over here. And so I'm looking at this. There is actually a bit of blue sky up here. So let's add some of that in. Let's just kind of like build out some of these little bits. And maybe, do I need to go big? No, let's not go big. So I'm going to kind of look for the light stuff. So I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of these bright, bright, bright clouds. Okay, a little bit of blue in there. Oh, GG is a good game. Yes. Have I ever used pastels? I haven't used pastels too much. Pastels are very cool. I've used them, but I haven't, not recently. I think I like watercolor because it's like this exercise in learning how not to be a perfectionist, which is a lesson I need on a daily basis. But I do love how every single sketch I make kind of shows me a little bit more of something new. And yeah, pastels would be kind of fun to play with, actually. Maybe when I'm back in Anchorage, we can look into this. How's that sound? And that's kind of, you can see, I mean, it is so beautiful out there. So we're just going to try to kind of lean into that little bit of mistiness that you can kind of see. Wet on wet watercolors. There we go. A little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, and you can see there's also this little tiny line of shore. I'm going to put that in right now because everything else is going to be real dark. Okay, so here we go. A little bit of this. Nobody breathe. We're just going to add a little bit here. Also, if Liz is still here from My Paint Burbs, Liz was super kind and gave me all kinds of advice. I was really nervous about this trip because I was like, both like, how do I make sure that they have what they need? But also, for me, like, I'm just beginning to stream. I've never really done this for more than a year. And like, these two are some of the best on earth. Maybe I should be playing video games out here, but I think I'm just going to sketch instead. But like, it's so amazing to be able to reach out to somebody. And I actually reached out to Liz and said, can I have all of your advice? And she gave me some amazing advice, including the one for the emotes. The emotes is Liz's idea. Liz is like, you should totally put those emotes. People would love to spam them. So thank you. As well as like everything else. This community is just really cool. Okay, let's move this down. Okay. You love a watercolor slowly transition to a beautiful scene. Yeah, maybe that's the other thing too, is it's almost like you get to see it for the first time. It's like one of these just kind of yeah, it's like this wild thing where you don't don't get distracted by them. This is the queen. Oh man, all the emotes. But yeah, they really do kind of transform, don't they? And you can see I'm like being pretty all over the place with them, but like you'll see in just a little bit that will kind of all come to life. Oh, look at that reflection too. Oh my gosh. Okay, in a case like this, it's okay to take a quick reference photo. It's okay to work from reference photo too. Sorry, there's nothing that is okay versus not okay. You are allowed to do anything and everything you want. But if you're trying to make a sketch, almost don't forget to take a quick reference photo, because sometimes that can make all of the difference in finishing it or not. There we go. Quick reference photo. Check. Okay, so we have a little bit to finish here. Here we are. Okay, so this right here, we got to kind of add some of these kind of greens in here. And don't forget, there's these little bits of ash. I need to put those in right now here before we forget. So we're just going to add a little bit in there. It doesn't matter if they're kind of in the right spot or not, because they are going to be just, I mean, they're going to be moving.
Express on a boat in Alaska. Not geoparchment.
Okay, there we go. Just a little bit right there. Adding a little bit over to the edge. There we are. And then there's a couple little ash patches. That'd be a good insult. You ass patch. No, sorry, ash. You ash. Sorry, you ash patch. That'd be a good insult. You ash patch. There's a couple of ash patches up there. Oh my gosh. A few ash patches right there, which are really interesting. That's where all the pumice and things. So there's a pyroclastic blast that just sent tons and tons and tons of stuff into the atmosphere in this massive eruption in like Teddy Roosevelt's time. And some of it is still visible, where you can kind of see these big slides. That's not gravel. That is some of the hundreds of feet of ash that landed in some of these spots, which is pretty wild. So I'm just kind of trying to get the right colors. The green is so dark, it's going to kind of cover that up, but I just need the kind of general right colors, and I'll be in good shape right there. I'm so glad that watercolor seems mesmerizing. To me, it always feels a little nerve-wracking, because it's like, what comes next and what comes next? But I think it's actually a good thing, because I think it shuts my brain down. Sometimes my brain moves a little too fast, and having my hands totally focused on what they're doing kind of stops that, which I like. I really should do more of it too. It's one of those things where the more I paint, genuinely the happier I am, but it's so scary to start. If I could, I'd just kind of give up my phone for a sketchbook. I might still do it. Has anybody gone full analog before? Can you even do that in today's world? Okay, adding a little bit of this right here. And there we go. Dislocation, everything. Oh, thanks, Jana. I'm so glad. Yeah, this is a beautiful spot. And if you caught the live earlier, I mean, they are going all out to be able to live stream these adventures, from the bears to Call of Duty. Anyway, they're going like full. They're no expenses spared. And the bears in particular or something. I'm actually going to rewatch that live stream so I can just sketch those bears, because I was kind of like petrified a little bit. Not in a bad way, but it was kind of wild. I made the little sketches, but I'd love to make them more. Bob Ross used to say something like that, like there's no mistakes, only happy accidents. Yeah, it's true. It's true. There are no mistakes. There's only happy accidents. But what Bob Ross didn't necessarily mention is those happy accidents are terrifying. Those happy accidents are only happy after, like, you've finished the thing. So the happy accidents are still real scary when it happens, which is fine. But yeah, I feel like Bob Ross always makes it sound like you're happy about the accident, like, oh, that was so fun. When they happen, there's a lot of swearing. It's like there's only eventually happy accidents, but maybe that doesn't flow off the tongue quite as well. I find them happy too, but I'm just Bob Ross, Alaskan, by the way. Did you know? He was up here for like 20 years even before joining the military, and then joined the military, and he's like, afterwards, he's like, let's bring some baby animals and some love into the world, and he did. A while back, I did the YouTube tutorial and painted a bunch of small scenes that went together in one large scene. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. And we have another one of those that is coming out now. It's actually all about Katmai. It's on our YouTube right now. If somebody wants to put a link, those are getting dripped out one a day. So if you're interested in painting along, we have this really fun series. You learn all about a bunch of the stuff out here, and it happens one a day for several days, 12 of them, I think. And you can find that on our YouTube, Trailbound Sketches, which is going to be really fun. Didn't Alaskan inspire most of Bob Ross's paintings? Yes, it did. Yes, the gunshots in the background are definitely a vibe, as the kids would say. I wonder if they have headphones. No. But yeah, Bob Ross did spend most of his time, his inspiration was in Alaska. So his first oil paintings were on gold pans, which he'd sell to tourists, which is a hilarious fact. Okay, we're just getting a little bit over here. We're just kind of adding a lot of that green, but there's something else in that green too, and I think maybe it's purple or dark something. Maybe it's moon glow. I don't know. There's green and something else, and I'm just gonna try and stuff until one of it works. Let's find out. Tips on getting into watercolor. I've been using acrylics my whole life. That is a good question. Oh, also, if you're worried the gunshots will scare the bears, I don't think so. The bears don't know guns here, so to them, probably not. And the reason that they sound loud is because there's a speaker pointed directly toward us. I don't think the bears are going to hear those gunshots. There's decibels in their sound. They probably have no idea what that even is, which is why the bears can be so present here. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got one of those. Let's see, kind of bluish to you? Yeah, it is kind of bluish. Let's add a bit of blue. Good idea. Let's try that out. A little cobalt blue. See if we can mix it down into something. Let's try some of that. Yeah, it's almost a little too rich. Let's see, maybe blue and purple. Let's see what those two get mixed into. There we go. Let's try some of that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. This whole thing will come to life because I'm gonna go light to dark, and the dark ones in particular are gonna help a lot. You're telling me bears don't play shooting games? I don't think so. No, I think they do play a shooting game, and it's called survival, unfortunately, for a lot of them. People are still learning how to cohabitate with bears, and I don't know if they've done a very good job. Lots of feelings around a lot of that. Saw your watercolors in the trail, currently not on your website. Oh, saw your watercolors in Trail Tiles, currently not on your website. Are they going to be back? We actually have a membership right now. So how we do that is we have a member store. So the Trail Tiles are in the member store. So if you're a member, it means that we send you a postcard every single month. So my grandmother would send me postcards when I was a little kid with my brother, and we get these postcards of her from all over the world. Not Alaska, because we were not born then, but from Antarctica, and we get postcards from the Galapagos and postcards from Egypt and just all these wild spots. And so what we do is we have a membership where we send you a postcard every single month. So this August is the first postcard. So this right here might be this first postcard. I don't know. Could be this, could be that. Who knows? One postcard that I make in August is going to be sent out to everybody who's on the member list. You can sign up for a year, you can sign up for a month. But when you are a member, whether it's a month or a year, you get access to the member store, and we have fun stuff we have trail tiles. Anything you buy, you get one of these brushes with, usually is how we do it. So if you get a trail tile, we'll send you a fun brush. And then same with a new sketchbook release we have coming out that's going to be really exciting. So that's how all that works. Does that make sense? We're trying to figure out a way. Because if we get enough members, then we can kind of pay for going on these journeys and tracking down my grandmother's sketchbooks. Oh, well, there's a giant fly that just landed on my paper. Look at the size of this thing. Hey, scoot, 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 scoot. Go, go, go. No. That is not. Scoot off my page, not onto my brush. My gosh. Your grandma seems like she was the literal coolest. She was pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, she's the one who inspired me to paint and went just about everywhere, but also just real fun to be around. She would make good jokes, very much like the gin and tonic. Always had a sketchbook for us to try, and was very, very kind for dealing with us when we were in our studio. And But it's kind of cool too, because I feel like I still kind of get to meet her when I'm in places like this and see what she saw and what she thought and all of those pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There goes Connor and Gilly. Both cameramen are now down, so I don't know what's going on. I guess they have a tripod filming them. Alright, so we have a little bit of this. Okay, and let's go add... Oh yeah, there you go. There's the link. Yes, that's the Trailbound membership. No pressure. If anybody thinks it's cool, that's great. But also, thanks to everybody who is a member. That definitely helps us do what we're doing. It means a ton. Okay, now we're just adding a little bit of this indigo here. And I'm going to water this down pretty good, but you have this interesting thing, right? You have these clouds. Like, the clouds make the mountain, and the mountain makes the clouds. One of those two. Anyway, it's up. And so we're just going to add a little bit there to the top here. There we go. Not too shabby. Well, maybe. Looks a little shabby, but I think they'll clean up pretty good. And soon I can work on this reflection. And this reflection, which is, you can kind of see with this slightly more wind, it's kind of choppied up everything a little bit, which is really interesting. That's why you take the reference photos, right? So with this, I'm going to add just a little bit of, well, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to add just a little bit of that same color that we had in there, which was, let's see. I'm just going to go look right here. Okay, so it looks like we're adding a bit of blue and some of these things. We'll add a touch to the top. The reflection is actually a lot steeper, but we're just going to add a little bit of blue and a little bit of white and then just try it out. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit of something. A little something, something. Okay, so we have all of this, and then you can see, like, all of that right there is, like, especially dark. So let's add just a little bit of the edge right now that is going to kind of serve as some of this. But isn't it kind of fun how it comes together? It's not like an oil painting where it kind of, you can sort of have a quarter of it 100% of the way done. Watercolors, I feel like, you have 100% of it 2% of the way done, and 100% of it 3% of the way done, and 100% of it 4% of the way done. It's like it has to kind of all be done at once. Let's see. Sade HQ was saying, trying to figure out how to use watercolor pencils without being a perfectionist about it, and think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Amazing. Well, you will have to let me know, because I just recently got some watercolor pencils. I'm so excited about them, because in the winter I do a lot of painting, and it is really cold in Alaska. And I've been trying to figure out how I can, like, do painting without freezing my fingers. And I think watercolor pencils are the trick, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm very, very, very excited to learn. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of these pieces right here. Oh man! But I feel like every time I look up, I like see a different angle. That'd be kind of cooler to do. Oh, is that our skiff? I think that's our skiff over there. We might be going on a skiff trip a little bit later, which would be really fun. And I am sketching this whole trip, so if ever I am not streaming, they are. And so I might be sketching. You can always just jump on their stream and ask what I'm up to, and if they see it, they might look that way. But I'm going to try to stream. I usually try to stream every weekday. So usually I'm trying to get back on the hang of it. Didn't go last night because I'm trying not to throw up. But I try to stream every single day, so we'll see. And by every day, I mean every weekday. Okay, let's see, let's just add a little bit more to this bit over here. And then maybe we should go back to the animals, but I like where we're going with this, huh? All right. Now we have, let's see. My grand was a spoon collector. When she passed, I got all of her spoons. I continue to get spoons for her legacy. I love it. Oh, what a fun connection. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. A spoon collector. That is wonderful. See, that is a fun hobby that brings like joy, easy to pass on, and is not like collecting endangered species or or something detrimental. More people should be like your grand. Okay, a little bit down here, a little bit over there, and then a lot of this is just kind of green, so we'll just add a bit of that. See, it's kind of hard to see even, right? It kind of looks dark a little bit on this screen. Okay, back down. We're just gonna kind of scoot there. I'm adding a bunch of blue here because I think my trick might be just to go real blue. So here is going to be our little bit of an ash patch. Our ash patch. Here we are. And then a little bit more green kind of round it out. There we go. And here we are. A little bit of some kind of jagged edges kind of make those trees pop. This is a fun way to do it. You can also add a little bit of this, or if you want, you can just grab, I don't know, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue or something, and just sort of flick like this. Problem is occasionally you get it there, but that's okay. That'll all work. See? Look at that. Perfect trees. The less you work, the better it is usually. What about the endangered spoons? It's a good question. I love your casually painting while Adapt is playing COD in the background. different strokes for different folks, right? Mine just happen to be literal brush strokes. But, they're finding their way to enjoy Alaska. The bears today are pretty wild, I've got to say. Still kind of processing that. Okay. So a little bit over here. Let's see, I love old hobbies. My grandpa collected insects and broken portable radios and fixed them. See, that's what it's about, right? Oh, that's absolutely what it's about. Okay, so we've got a bunch of this. Let's add just one more here, and then once this dries, I think then we're going to move on to that background. It should really make all of this pop. Same with those little splats. Let's just do a couple little of those. Just kind of give us a bit of that kind of tree texture. There we are. And then, while we wait for this right here to dry so we can work on that background, let's go... Actually, no, let's work on a touch of this. That's dry, that's dry. Let's work on a touch of this right now. And then we're going to be able to kind of move right up back in the rest. So here we go. A little bit of this goes in here. And there we go. Don't need too much. I need just enough to kind of really bring it in. Let's see. Gotta see. My grandma liked the traditional dresses from my island. Oh, interesting. Skip my generation by my mom, but you picked it up. Oh, no kidding. How cool is that, Victoria? Helping me repair the old ones. Oh, wow. What a cool way to kind of connect generations. Okay, now I'm going to go grab a little bit of this right here. And we're going to just add a touch into this end right there. Not too much, but just enough. It's called Moon Glow. It's like somewhere in between indigo and, I don't know, some other color. It's basically made out of blue and a reddy brown or something like that. It's a really fun color. But the way it kind of moves with water is just fascinating. Okay, a little bit of green in there now. No green on that one. Oops, there's green on it now. A little bit of brown over here. Maybe even a bit of purple. Okay, and then you have all of these interesting... Can you see this kind of... Over here, there's little slopes of everything. Alright, there we go. Just like that. Okay, a little bit in here, and then we're back to where we were. So let's add just a little bit of, oh gosh, maybe that moon glow or something like that. Just kind of trying to figure this stuff out. I feel like it's so easy to get lost in the weeds, but when you can kind of pull yourself back and just look at the big picture, that's what it's really all about. The biggest picture is just being like, look at our chance just to stare at this. I mean, even with like a good cup of whiskey or wine or a book, something like that, you can be out in this stuff, but it's hard to kind of keep on soaking it up. But that's what watercolor lets you do, I think. Also, howdy, Jambo. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Burbs. My grandmother crocheted baby clothes. Oh, interesting. My grandma was a painter, poet, seamstress, and great cook. Wow, Mysteria, that sounds like quite a grandmother. Used her life savings on horses. Oh, she bet her life saving on horses and never lost once. Oh my gosh. That's a way to do it. Clearly knew her horses. Alright, so we have all of this. This looks pretty good. I love that look on that. And then we're just going to wait just a second for this to dry. Actually, no, let's not. Let's risk it. Here we go. So you can kind of see everything that's going on up there. Ta-da! Now let's go and just go for it. Here we go. A little bit of this moving in. Working our way over. And then we're going to add just a little bit of water. That's going to kind of pull down all of this. I might even put a touch of brown in my water here. And we're going to pull all of that down. If you can kind of see. By doing that, we kind of get this cool look, and better yet, we're going to get this really, really lovely little bit of texture. And this right here is just pure ash, so we don't need to put too much there, but it's pretty dark ash, so let's put something darker in blue. There we are, okay. There we are. And there we go. What do you think of that? These, we're going to add some really dark stuff here in just a second. You'll see that's going to kind of bring it to life, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Okay, now we just need a little bit more. You can kind of see up there. There's this all section here. Now we're going to kind of add these darker tones, and that's going to kind of bring us almost done. It's turning out, isn't it? Kind of wild how it comes together, huh? Okay, a little bit over to the edge. And same over here. Up and over and around. We do have some green that we kind of need to hide in there, but it's not going to take much. Here we go. That's it. There we go. Green has been done. Check. Finished. No more needed. And you'll see, I do kind of do one side before I do the other. I like it kind of when you have a box, but that it kind of breaks, like this box here, but then let it kind of fade out to the other side. It's kind of a fun thing. Let's see. I've tried to copy my grandmother's a bit, but I've never once been able to bet on a horse. She's just different. Amazing. I wish they'd play Seed by Aurora in this setting on Maya's stream. If she walks by, I can yell it at her if you'd like. It's beautiful. The water control is so good and fun to watch. I've never thought of it like that. Thank you. It's like a water bender. I've never actually seen that show, but I've heard of it. But I bet they'd be phenomenal watercolor artists. All right, let's go and add just a little bit of this right here. And let's just do a touch in here, because it is darker, but it's not like wildly darker. So let's see. A little bit over here. There we are. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit up here as well. Okay. feel like I kind of broke apart that whole... Actually, I think I liked it a little bit lighter, but that's okay. We still have a reflection to add. It's not done. It's not done. Have you ever pet a bear? No, I have not pet a bear. This is worth talking about. In general, if you can pet a bear, something's wrong. Either you are about to be chewed on, or the bear is in a setting where they've like domesticated and done those stuff. But even then, it's like bears aren't something you really... There's like one of those animals you just... That is not... Something broke in order for you to pet a bear. Either like, yeah, it's been removed from its parents, or like all kinds of things. So for the most part, no, I have not pet a bear. I have touched bear fur before, whether like as a display or I think I've been, every time like I see one of those like taxidermy animals, I have a very hard time not like petting it. Not a huge fan of all the reasons that the animals get taxidermied, but it's like, if you're going to stuff an animal, I'm going to pet it. Like, that's what you're going to get. You can, like, put a do not touch sign, but, like, I'm going to pet that animal. Like, you did this, so I want to at least see it. But, yeah, haven't pet a bear before. But from what I understand, there's enormous dogs. That, like, very scary, enormous dogs. Oh, there's Gilbert down there getting a shot. He's got an actual film camera. That's the real... I have an Instax camera, so, like, I might take a picture and I can see it right away, but that's the real work right there. Those film cameras. So many settings today. Yeah, no, it's wild. 1 a.m. here, but I tend to stay longer on those streams too. Why are they ruining the peace of the environment? I'd do anything to be there and listening to the sounds of the landscape. That's a good question. You should definitely ask them that, for sure. Seems like they should probably be in like a cabin doing that. But in between the sound of the gunshots, it really is quite peaceful. I wonder what Andy's thinking. I feel like this is probably just killing him.
Max, I'm sorry about the ambiance.
That's okay. There's a lot of very concerned people in the chat, but I think they're your chat people who are coming over here to hide a little bit. I think the people in your chat, I think I've gotten... There's a lot more people over here than I'm... 300 people more than I'm used to. Cool. And I think a lot of your people might be over here because they're saying they want you to play Seed instead. What is Seed? Is that a game?
I don't know what that is.
Did you play a game called Seed or something? Or Aura or something?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, apparently you played some game that they're really stoked on in your chat. And they're like, why aren't you playing that?
Oh, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, well, cozy vibes over here, guys.
It is. Yeah, they're all cozy. They're all good. Let's see. Oh. Sorry, I'm on a 5-second delay. I will pass all of these messages on to Maya in just a moment. Seed Song. Seed Song. Okay, I'll mention that. Seed Song by Aura. Yes, that's the one. Oh, you think music. I get it. We love cozy vibes. It's good. Okay. Here we go. So we have just a couple more. Let's add just the last little bit. You can see this is really dark over there. And I kind of want to do this better here. Let me just try this. I'm going to grab this right here. And we're going to finish this. I think I need this big. This is cool, but like the way it looks there is so much bigger and cooler. So let's just add just a little bit. Okay. Let's do... How do I do this? It's just a little bit of this, maybe a bit of brown. And we're just going to add just a touch of... Max tattled on chat's Pierce clutching. Sorry, I didn't mean to tattle on us. Please forgive me. I want to earn your trust back. You know what? No, snitches get stitches, but also here, sometimes you just need somebody to tell the truth, which is that there should be much cozier vibes than whatever they're doing over there. Okay, so we got a little bit here, a little bit there. Now look at how this comes to, like, isn't that fun? How, like, this just absolutely blooms to life.
Not a lot of, it was never my first choice, but
What's wrong with that?
what would you
If I
do?
pick that up, I'm drunk.
What would you rock out?
Okay, right there.
Wait, Viper? I like
Okay, and then a little bit over the top. There we go. Oh, hell, that's so cool. Look at that. Okay, that's turning out just fine. Oh, this little section is so interesting. These cliffs too, just like to think how much has changed over the years too, like with the volcano. But then also how much hasn't. Oh yes, that is doing just fine. Okay. Never faked a trick shot.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab my sunglasses.
We did go on a trick with a trick shotter. It's true. There he goes.
Hold it down, Maya.
Trick shotting. Okay. We just need to add a little bit more, and I think it's basically done. What's interesting too is I find it's like these tiny little things in the watercolors that I like the most. So like right here is like this little section. Like if I could just cut this out, blow it up. That is exactly what I'm looking for. You have to do a book with her sketches next to yours. Oh, it's so cool story to make a very powerful. Talking about my grandmother's. Yeah, that would be very cool to do a book. I love that idea. I mean, the cool thing is like the adventures of finding them too. I think that's what I love so much about. It's just they basically left me just a a coloring book that just happened to be the craziest adventure you could imagine. Okay. We'll just add a little bit of this, and now let's add this reflection too, because look how dark and kind of green that is in the edge. It's getting there.
It's good.
Thank you.
Wait. What happened, Maya?
Okay, so we just need like a little bit. It's like green in the middle, blue on the edge, and then other color. These reflections here are bizarre, in a good way. So here we go. So this is what we're looking at. Okay. Oh, thank you for the cam link. Perfect. As an environmentalist, the importance of conservation is a human impact. Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Alex, what do you want in your coffee?
And I will appreciate too. Sorry, I just gotta say, as much as I'm complaining about them playing Call of Duty and like adding some sounds of gunshots to this environment, like Adept is able to reach a group of people who may not ever have thought about being in a place like this. And if it takes him playing Call of Duty on a boat for them to see and appreciate a spot like this, by all means. I mean, I think it's relatively harmless, and just, I mean, it's cool to see the kind of people who are coming up and just stoked, but also the kind of people that he's able to bring bears to and stuff. So I really respect that. I think that's so cool. And yeah, and just bringing the importance of places like this, because this is like public land. Like this is all of ours, and there's a lot of people who have no idea that it even exists. And I think the more people that can know about it, the better. And he's doing it, which is really cool. Okay, and here we go. We're almost done with this. So we got a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Let's see here, we got a little bit of that shade line to the edge, just like that. Got some of the same up here too, but let's get that reflection in just so it has time to kind of mature. So I'm actually going to start that reflection by putting a big strip of green. Here we go, just like that. Then I'm going to add a little strip of purple or something like that. Maybe in some of this. Just like that. Sorry, the concentration is getting real. Then I'm going to add another little bit of some purple, some brown. There we are. Let's get a bit more moon glow in there. There we go. Alright, and then let's add, see there's this bit here, so I'm just going to kind of add a little bit and sort of streak it around. It's called dry brushing, but basically I'm just going to kind of scrape it along the page. There we go.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Something like that. Actually, I'm not quite sure about this. We can fix this. We can do this. Gotta get a bit of blue, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this. There we go. Okay, let's try this out now. There we are. Okay, perfect. Nice. And we're basically just trying to kind of reflect what colors are there down here, which is harder than it sounds, but also easier than it should be. Basically one of those things you just kind of overthink. All right, a little bit there, a little bit there. Is that film that you're shooting, or is that Fuji?
This is a film simulation.
Oh, there we go. Are you taking any film shots?
Yeah, I took a few just the point, but I don't really, you don't get a lot of editing or really choice of what the picture looks like.
No, you do not.
Point and shoot, so it's not really helpful around here. Out in nature.
That's my grandma shot on them. She took lots of photos. My grandpa did too. They wouldn't have known how any of them turned out until, 2 weeks later when they got back from their trip. Which is kind of wild to think about, considering that like there's live happening right now, Okay. All right, so here we go. The fact that I can make a piece of art in 30 minutes blows your mind. I appreciate that. It's almost done. Let's see. It's just it's like these little ass details. But the thing is honestly, I could probably do it. Anything I could do in 30 minutes, I could probably do in 15 minutes if I just got out of my own head, And for everybody else who's like, that would take me 3 hours. Do it. Do it for 3 hours. Because the next time you do it, it'll only take you an hour and a half. And the time after that, it'll only take you 45 minutes. And then the time after that, okay, maybe not that quick. But, that's why I can do this so quick. But for a lot of people, you just gotta put people down and you get more and more efficient and it works better and better. Okay, we're just gonna make that kind of, there you go, low flow. Oh, look at that. Well, that's all right. Now let's get this piece and then we're done. Let's move on to some otters, I think. Be utterly adorable. Okay, how are we doing? Takes 1,000 hours to do 30 minutes. Yeah, that's exactly the way to put it. Okay, so we have all of this. Now let's go see. We've got a little bit of this kind of coolness going on up there. So let's see all of this. Gosh, that is so beautiful. Let's take a quick reference photo. I am absolutely going to have to come back and make a sketch on that. That is gorgeous. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, see, look, a photo gets like none of this, though. Maya, it was Seed Song. I was wrong. It wasn't a game. Seed Song? Did you sing a song?
No idea what that is.
Oh, Aura by Aura. Aurora? Seed Song by Aurora.
I know who that is, but
Seed Song by Aurora.
Have you ever sung it? I tried. Anyway, the chat was like, why is she playing Call of Duty? Something about Seed Song by Aurora. I thought it was a game.
Maybe the song playing?
Maybe the song playing? Or maybe they want her to sing? Does Maya do a lot of singing?
She does sing, but she will not admit it.
Really?
But
oh,
just be like, I don't.
That's why she gave me the look. She gave me the look like, shut up. And it was like, oh, okay.
That's exactly what
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. All right. You all just got me in trouble with Maya. I hope you're happy. I do not want to get on the wrong side of Maya. Okay. All right, quick. Paint. All right, so I need to add some of these darker colors up top. Let's see. The sun, you can send some to Anchorage. Yeah, I'll send some sun to Anchorage. In fact, I have 2 suns in Anchorage right now. Okay. Somebody's got to bring these dad jokes today. Okay. Maya is an incredible singer. Really? Okay, interesting. Is this something I should bring up or not? The sense I got from her look that she just gave me was one of like, do not bring that up again. Okay, so right there. All right, and there is that right there. Okay. Thanks, Dad. You're welcome. Do what I can. Okay, a little bit of these, a little bit of these. And I think we're basically done. I think the trick with this stuff too is don't overthink it. Do not overdo it. Don't. Whatever you're doing, don't. I do kind of want to zoom into all these little details though. They're so interesting, but I think that's what I'll do up there. Give that a go. And while we're at it, let's let this dry and let's work on these otters. Does this sound good? Let's get these otters done. I think we need some of that. The nice thing about accordion journals is you can just keep on kind of moving. With paper, you kind of have to flip through. I love accordion journals because it means you can just kind of immediately switch tack. Let's do a little bit of that right now. You always let me know that you are in fact a very good singer, but not to mention it because you won't admit it. So I'm sorry. The chat got me in trouble, so it's my fault.
But I don't think I've ever sang that song.
Seed by Aurora? Oh, maybe it's like the landscape song or something like that. They're talking about ambiance or something. Anyway, if you wanted to sing. Okay, so we have some otters to do. Let's do this. Okay, these first. These right here need to be sketched. These are grass and knolls here. Actually, isn't that the thing they were talking about? JFK, maybe I shouldn't say that. Oh, it's an environmental song. Oh, I see. Okay, all right, that makes sense now. Now we know. Probably should have asked before I asked her. Okay, so we're just adding some little bits right here, up to the top. And then we're going to finish up those otters here in just a second, too. There we go. So the trick is you add. This is an easy thing to do. If you ever just want to try sketching, I've heard a few of you talk about that it would take you too long and that you couldn't. Here, this is a quick and dirty one. Basically, little thing like that, toss a little bit of green there. I'm going to do a fancier version, but little knoll like this, so fun, so easy to sketch. Max already experiencing one-eyed guide. What's that? Yeah, I'll be fitting right into the fog of the mountains. According to journals, make complete sense for watercolor drawing. Yeah, they are kind of great in that way. Ideal. I also like how they kind of connect a journey, which is great. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit of this here too on these rocks. Just to let them dry, kind of get out that initially. There we are. And now we're just going to add a little bit to the edge in the back. This is sort of where all those otters were. It was just like I don't know if the concept is a nursery. What do you call a bunch of otters in one place? Anybody have a good beat on that? Let's see. Oh, okay. So one of the guys, when somebody says something in the chat and then a streamer reads it and gets derailed. Oh, so that's me all the time, constantly. I'm glad to know it now. This is good. Okay, a little bit here, a little bit here. I'm glad there's a term. And then a little bit up here. These are kind of cool. These will kind of come to life here in a couple brush strokes, but until then they look a little janky. That's really the real difference in watercolors. A lot of times it's just a matter of not feeling comfortable enough to make it look bad at first. It's like singing, right? I don't know. You mess up one note, you quit. The confident singers that's okay, and they can kind of keep on going. Same with watercolors. That first little bit, it can feel ooh, that's not what I want to do, and kind of this is going off the rails. I'm out. But it's just keep on going is what kind of matters. Okay, so we have just a little bit of this knoll here. A romp raft or a lodge. Oh, interesting. So a bunch of baby otters are not a nursery. It's a lodge or a romp raft. Oh wait, no, a romp, a raft or a lodge. I like that. If you romp raft, that sounds about right. I have basically 2 small otters, and they basically have a romp raft. I'll be using that at home now. Put them in a laundry basket and call it the romp raft. Okay, so we got a couple of these. I'm going to add just a little bit of actually this moon glow thing. This right here is called moon glow. It is kind of like a purpley indigo-y bit. But I'm just going to add just a touch of it just to kind of let that kind of glow up a little bit on the edge there. And I only have 10 colors, but the nice thing is it means that these colors will match those, and they all kind of go hand in hand, which is nice in that way. Only happy accidents, that's right, only happy accidents. Now speaking of non-accidents, or at least speaking of getting closer to Bob Ross's where he lived, where the home of the happy little tree is, which is in Elmendorf, just a black spruce is the Bob Ross happy little tree. I'll be going to try to find one of my grandma's sketches north of the Arctic Circle, I believe it is. There's one, we have a Discord channel if anybody wants to join, of trying to find these sketches. It's basically geo-guessing, but very targeted. So I'll be going to one of these places to try to find out where her sketch was, this September, like 3rd or 4th or something, early September. We have a Discord channel. You can check it out if you want. It helps me a lot because then you help me find out the places I'm looking for, which I appreciate. But yeah, let me know if you're interested. I think somebody will probably toss a link on there at some point. But it's fun to find the bears and things like that because those can change, but it's really cool to find the landscapes because those don't change a lot of times. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do a lot, actually. But for the most part, they don't, which is kind of wild. So that'll be happening. And we do a thing where we send postcards. So if you want, join the membership. We send you a postcard every single month. If you join this month, you'll get August's postcard, which will happen sometime on this trip, and then you'll also get September's postcard, which will be realistic at the beginning of September. I'll probably make that, and then we'll send it at the end of September. But every time I kind of find one of my grandma's sketches, that's what we send out. So just put it out there. We do have a really fun membership. It's very affordable, and it helps us do stuff like this too, which is kind of fun. And you get access to the member store too, where you get these fun little brushes. Every time you order something, we put one of these brushes in your package for you. Is the only way I figured out to do it. Okay, sorry, too much pitch, but I'm just saying, postcards. Okay, so here we go, right down here. Mexi Jen, do you have any Forever Chemicals? Do you have your Forever Chemical short film listed? I'm having a hard time finding it. It should be on our YouTube. It's under Keen. If you just look up a little story about Forever, it does show up. That is what it is. Okay, we got some otters we need to sketch. But yeah, a little story about Forever is the film. Has Mark Ruffalo in it. My son acted with Mark Ruffalo. In case anybody was wondering. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of brown to the top of this otter. I'm doing this 100% from memory, so I don't actually know how accurate I'm going to be. I hope I'm a little close. I feel like the top of them were kind of brown, even the whitest ones. Yeah, we're going to try it out.
That's why at night.
And then let's add a little bit of this one right here.
Do that clip, and I think it'd be an insane banger on TikTok. Where are we going to be at IRL?
There we are. And then over here, you can kind of see where we were. I feel like that turned out all right. What do you think? Sometimes you can kind of wait a little while to look back at it, but I like it. And I do kind of plan on doing something there, or at least I did. But I feel like that turned out okay. Mark Ruffalo is such a good dude. Mark Ruffalo is such a good dude. Yeah, he was super fun to work with and just so nice too. Also, look at this. Look at this weather. Can you see this? I can't really zoom in very well, but like, isn't this amazing? Absolutely unreal. If you have to play video games, not a bad view. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's what we should be sketching. Holy, look at that stuff. Look at the way it moves back. No way. Oh man, sorry, hold on. That's crazy. Do you see? Are you looking at that? There goes the words. What do you call it? That one guide? Immediately happened. Okay, I need a photo of that. That is crazy. Wow. That is beautiful. Oh man, are the colors? Holy cow. I don't know why it takes 7 photos. I guess whenever something's really beautiful, it's like I find myself just taking like 10 or 15 photos of the same thing. Not even like changing angle. It's just like 10 or like the exact same photo. And now there's just like 11 of them. But that is nuts. That is huge. Sorry. Here's my face. Let me show you the gorgeous thing. Look at that. Wow. Oh man. That is so wild. No kidding. How cool is that? Okay, so that needs to be sketched. Where's the place I can put that? Wait a second. That is unreal. I'm going to have to put that. I'm going to put that somewhere. Let's see. Do I have room over here? Yeah, I think it's going to have to go here lengthwise. Yeah, because there's bears right there. Yep, okay. So that's going to go here. I think we're about to go do some skiffing, so I think that's going to have to wait till later. But isn't that nuts? Oh my god. That is so pretty. Holy cow. Unreal. Hate to leave, but you gotta get some sleep. Yes, get some sleep. This stuff will all be here. I'll make this painting probably tonight instead of sleeping. Oh my gosh, I just want to grab it. Wow. I like, where did that come from? Was that like in the clouds or something? How did I not see that all of this time? I was like too focused on that, which is also just like prettying right up. Totally derailed here. Is there a phrase for like when the landscape derails somebody while they stream? Because it is happening. That one mountained, that like, that is, oh my gosh. And there's a sailboat right there too. Oh, there's two sailboats here. Check this out. I think I can do this. Can I zoom in? No, this should let me zoom in. Check these out. Look, there's two little sailboats. So there's one right here, and there's another right there. Do you see how big this place is? Those are sailboats. There's little tiny specks of white are sailboats, and probably not small ones. I'm betting those are at least 30 feet, maybe a ton. And then they are in this thing. How unreal is that? Oh, cute aggression? Yeah. No. Oh, getting one peaked. Yes, that is 100% what this is. I got one peaked. Wow. Oh man. That is nuts. Like seriously. You seeing this? Sorry, I know you're seeing this. Am I seeing this? Unreal. I'm gonna get the Polaroid. I need a photo of that. I need a sketch of it. We don't have time for a sketch. Oh, I want to make a sketch. Okay, let's put here's what to do. Sorry. Too excited. What the trick is, you put a bit of, there you are. You put a little bit of just the tiniest bit of a pen line. It doesn't have to be anything special. Literally, you just, every time you word, do this with me here too. You just need to add just a little bit of a outline just to kind of show where it's going to be. And that is enough. That is enough to hold your place. It's just a placeholder. But it is so important to do because it holds everything there for you in your brain. Because you have to look at it. And even this right here, you'll see, this right here, we're going to make a huge sketch out of this later. I promise. Probably when I'm home. Probably on like a giant live day, you'll see. But it holds your place, and even a little sketch like this kind of like keeps your brain in the place. It's like a save point. And I often think, oh, I'll just take photos and that'll be the same. And it is not the same. It is so not the same. You've got to make a line. It can be this fancy. Like I remember this. They were on the boat. We were taking the skiff toward there actually, and I could see all of them. That is a janky sketch. That is still enough information for me to like hold my brain. There's enough thoughts hidden in those lines that we're good. Same with this. There's enough thoughts that'll be hidden in this line that we're going to be okay. But Lord, that is something else. I tell you, that is, oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So that's what's going to be this. This we're going to have to, okay. I'm seeing panorama. I'm thinking we're gonna have to like a full accordion journal of this. I'm gonna need to go get a camera and take a. Sorry. Let me totally lose it on live. But that is something else. Oh my gosh! All the colors too. It's got everything. Look at this. It's got it all. Like that is. Okay. I'm gonna need a Polaroid. I'm gonna need a real photo. I'm gonna need. We're gonna make a huge panorama of this, and then we're gonna turn this into a print, maybe. Sorry, too excited. I'll be right back. Enjoy. I'm just gonna leave this here too. That's the sound of Call of Duty. I'm gonna go.
2.5 minutes in. Hold on. Not bad. Wait. Hold.
Be advised, hostile counter UAV is online.
I got some time.
Okay, I hope you're all thoroughly enjoying this view. Because you should be, and if you're not, shame on you. Shame on everybody who is not enjoying this view. Shame on all of them. Okay, so this view, we gonna take a couple photos here. And then I think this one needs to be a big picture, but like, oh man, have you seen all this? Okay, quick Polaroid. Not actually a Polaroid, it's an Instax, but it's the same deal. Okay. I'll take a picture of them too, just because I need to. Okay. Unreal. Okay, and then a couple more big photos. The shade, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no shade. The sun came out. It's beautiful. Okay, and then we got to take a couple photos of this. I think I can even do a panorama. Oh, this is a massive lens. Okay, well, that's okay. I can get the details, I suppose. Oh my gosh, the boats over there. So cool. Okay. What do I do here? I need to click this button. Panorama. Oh, I don't know how this is going to work. Probably not very well. Oof, that was rough. Oh, but it's gorgeous. Because I have the lens cap on and it'd still be a good shot. I don't, but you could. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay. She just interrupted. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay. Okay. That is unbelievable. 10 out of 10. I think so. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of sketch. But first, can I show you my grandma's sketches? There's one that we might be able to find. Let me go back down the deck. It's not much. It'll develop here in a second, but I just love, sometimes you need to see something in a different way to like fully see it. This is not the case. This has already broken my brain. I want to show you my grandma's sketches because she made similar quick little sketches. I wonder if she was feeling the same way. Going skiff next?
Yeah. They're going to keep hitting trick shots, but
okay. All right.
Man. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, and I'm back. So here is my grandma's sketchbook, very much in some, very much in plastic right now because I do not want to lose this. That would be very bad. Let me just attach this. So you are all on my phone. My phone is now on here. There we go. Oh, so easy. Okay, so here's my grandma's one of 100. She left behind 100 sketchbooks. Like, more realistically, I found 100. And this one was from 1985. There might have been a couple from 1985, but this is when she visited Alaska. And it's got some fun stuff on there. So like here's the start. The cover was off when I found it. I don't bring it because I'm afraid of losing it. But I have it in a safe place. But so here's her sketchbook from 1985. So I just lost the chat there for a second. So it's got all this kind of fun stuff, but it covers her journey kind of going all the way. They took a train, went past all these kind of lumber yards. And it's just like all the stuff that she found interesting. And that's what I love about a sketch is it wasn't like, she didn't live stream this necessarily. She didn't capture everything. It's just like the little pieces of like what captured her imagination. So like what is this? Saskatchewan Unity grain silo, or something like that, which I just love. That's the kind of sketching I like to do. So she went all the way to Alaska, and I'll show you the one I'm going to try to find like in a couple of days, in early September. But she made all these little sketches of these places that she visited, and it's just like, it's so interesting to me to see all of these like quick little sketches. And she would take these and make big fancy paintings. Like you just watched, we turned something that was about this rough into something that looked like this. So every time I see her little rough sketches, which she would take back and she would turn into something very fancy, I can't not think about like, oh, if I could get there and make the same sketch in the same place, like what would that look like? So I am trying to find the location of all 6,000 sketches and make the same sketch in the same place with the same materials. 41 years later, I'll say 1980, 2006, makes 1985, yeah, 41 years later, for the 1985 book. But it is a bit of a race against time because she died 10 years ago, but also these places are changing like crazy. I mean, like the landscapes don't change, but sometimes they do, like in the form of the glaciers. Like this one right here, Portage, you can't even see this from the road actually anymore, which is kind of crazy. I have a vlog that I'll put together. That was a bit of a wild journey, but like a lot of these, the landscapes themselves have kind of started changing, which is a little bit wild. So that's the plan. But here's a couple of the ones in Katmai, and maybe I'll put these on Discord if you want to look for them, or we'll just come back next year. I haven't quite decided. What do you think? We could just commit to coming back next July, because that's when the bears are the best in Brooks Camp, which is where she was for a lot of it. But like maybe, I don't know, should we just like come back next year? I have all these bear prints. We can sell bear prints, commit to it. Oh, the membership. We're doing a membership. You can do like a year of it. If you did a membership and you did a year, then you would get a postcard from when he came back in July. Okay, sorry, wheels are turning. Anyway, she left behind all these sketches from Katmai. They took a plane. This is a beaver, I think. Actually, does it say? It says otter. She took an otter, flying otter to Katmai. She took an otter, which is the float plane, landed in Katmai, and then they saw all of these wild things. But look at this. So these are the kind of sketches she'd make. Right there. And it wasn't, and she's very, very, very good painter. Like she would make other sketches too. That'd be very fancy and very, like, very professional. But even as a incredible painter, like this is the kind of stuff that she would take these little quick sketches of instead of necessarily taking a photo. And look at these quick little ones. So like you have this right here where it just says, DK, I think is dark. Let's see. Strike the iron while it's hot. It's a good point, Sherry. Yeah, maybe we should try to get him right here. I think if I left the kiddos for any longer, my wife would go full mama bear on me, which I don't think I would survive. Hopefully, if I can pull this off, I can take them with me, which would be the real jam. But like DK, I think is dark, right? So she says DK, LK, LT, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, right? Kind of like how you have this right here, right? Same deal. You got dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. So it'd be dark, LD, and then kind of all of those pieces. So I feel like it's kind of just language that it's like, oh, you can kind of see what she's thinking. So anyway, there's a couple of these. I'm wondering, maybe I should take Andy and see if Andy could recognize any of these spots. You want to go see if we can go ask? We can go ask the captain. Let me go find him. We can go see what he thinks. Let's see, quick to the chat. Let's see, whose art is this? This is my grandmother's. So this is my grandmother's sketchbook from 1985 when she visited Katmai, where I am here. I think she was a bit further that way at Brooks Lodge, or Brooks Camp. But yeah, this is her view from Katmai from 1985, which is wild, the stuff she sketched. So this would be through an otter, I believe. My grandfather was a geologist. This is actually his watch. He was a geologist, and he would travel to these places like Katmai, which is wild geology because there's a giant volcano that exploded, and she'd come along and she sketched, which is why she has sketches from Iceland and Hawaii and Alaska, but also all the other places, Ukraine, Ushuaia, Antarctica, Galapagos. I mean, it's just about everywhere. Okay. You're in? Okay, it sounds like you're in. Great, I love it. We need to dope. Let's see. We need to drop Captain Andy in the chat. Have Max make an emote for him. Probably should, yeah. So all these spots. Actually, I'm gonna go find Andy really quick. Here, let me just go see if I can ask him. Lickety split. See the cod going on over here. Let's go ask Andy. No, he's not there. I'll just go ask. Where is he? He might be sleeping. Andy, are you sleeping?
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm coming back. I'm waking up, but I have got a little nap in. Yeah, how's it going?
It's going good. Can I ask you a question about Katmai?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I show you a thing and ask you a question about Katmai? Okay.
Can you come in?
I can. I am live streaming though, so.
You're live?
I am live. Everybody's live on this boat, Andy. Are you not live?
Just a minute.
Okay. We're gonna let Andy wake up, and then I'm gonna grab my phone so I can see. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Gotta do this. I figure this one out. There we go. Okay. Oh, he's like. Okay. So let me go grab my phone so I can see. Be right there. Okay.
That could go.
Okay. Andy is gold. Okay. I'm going to go into the wheelhouse, which is a lot of steel, so let me know if you can still see any of this. We'll see. We'll see if this makes it through. There's some window, so I'm hoping. Do you know where any of these sketches are from? These are my grandmother's from 1985. So she flew in on an otter. Do you recognize any of those spots? I'll put this to you because you're used to it by now.
Coal beds and cliffs, is that what she writes?
Uh-huh.
Dark, gray.
So DK is dark gray. That's a G. So this is just like her kind of sketch notes.
Clouds? Dark gray clouds?
That must have been clouds. But like, do any of these landscape things look familiar to you? Like this, could this just be anywhere? Or is that like only in one spot you'd have those kind of huge cliffs?
Black beaches, blue-green water. No, I don't know. I think it could be anywhere. You think she flew in from Anchorage?
Yeah, definitely flew in. Homer, I believe.
From
so
Homer?
here's the otter that they flew
Oh,
in
yeah.
on. And then, flying otter, so it must have been from Homer. And then, so there's these, and then there's also, so that's definitely Brooks Falls. So they must have flown into Brooks Camp. But then there's like these little sketches. They went to Valley 10,000 Smokes too. But do you think it's all kind of in that area, or do you think any of those could be anywhere from here? I think that's probably the way into Brooks Falls too, huh?
Yeah, possibly. I've never been into the front of the park. Yeah, I don't know.
But none of that
No,
screams to you?
Doesn't.
Doesn't?
No. No. I wouldn't know.
Do you recognize that bear? What about that one?
I saw one in Geographic today that I'm like, I know its mother. I mean, I feel like I recognize that family, kind of a weird walk and a bow-leggedness to them. I'm like, I know that. I could have told you that bear lives here in Geographic. No. What an adventurer she was, huh?
Yeah. With a sketch too, like cameras existed. She had access, and I just love that she was like, I'm gonna sketch from the plane. You know, I'm gonna put these quick lines down and just write DK for dark, and like that's how she.
Is this to be painted later, you think?
Yeah, she should do outlines and she painted later, just like I do. Or I suppose I do it just like she did. And there's these two faces. Could be grandparents of the bears that you know here, or great grandparents probably.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 1980. They could just be great grandparents.
Yeah.
Your bear.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But this doesn't ring a bell.
No. Further away, the blue. Do you think these are trees?
Those are. What does it say here? Oh, the further away, the blue. All is blue. Oh yeah, trees. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's noticing how like out here, it just like the further away you go, the bluer.
Yeah.
See that? It's just the way it
Yeah.
moves. It's just so cool. That I mean,
Mm.
it's like you can see into her brain.
Gosh, it seems like it'd be impossible to try to get that same in that same spot, especially from an airplane.
This you could though. This Brooks Falls, like that is the falls would only be
Yeah.
in one place, and this is enough to line up a tree to a tree. So
Right.
that should be pretty doable.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think that's changed very much. So I feel confident about that one.
Yeah.
The rest will be fun.
Got many travels to find that.
We'll see.
Nice.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry for waking you up.
No, that's okay. This is her original book,
That's the one. Yep. Brooks Love. It's funny too because there's
including this sticker.
oh yeah. Yeah. There's all the notes in the back of people from the trip and things like that too. Do you recognize any of these people? There's we shouldn't show their numbers, but let's see. There's there we go. There's like all kinds of people who would write their names down, and check means she's probably sent a postcard to them or something.
Dear us, yeah.
Like Beckett Noble, or But it's
Uh-huh.
so funny. You like run into these people still, even though it's been 41 years.
Wow. That is cool.
Yeah, some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, couldn't help.
that's okay. We're making plans.
You kind of pulled me in.
That's some cool stuff. What pulled you out of a nap? So thank you for Okay, so we just need. I'll put this back. Anyway, so that is what we know so far of that. Let me get back to gaming. Yeah, okay. Well, I feel like there's like different, like he's never even been to that section of the island. So apparently there's not island, coast. There's like whole sections of coast that even Andy hasn't been to. So I feel like there's still hope that there's somebody we could send this to, and they would be able to say like, oh yeah, right, I've been there, I know that, which I think would be kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. It's something waterproof. If you have any questions, and then I believe we were gonna start skipping here, but apparently we're not skipping until they're done shooting. And so let's start that sketch. I don't know. What should we do? What do you think? We could start that sketch. We could do something different. We could. Still got battery. Oh, mic check. Well, at least there's no like professionals here that will judge me on that. As I was saying, as I was saying that you couldn't hear me say. So let's see. So put this back. We'll be heading off once they're done doing that. Doing a little skiff ride, some other spots. So I'm wondering, like, should I make another? I could make another sketch. I could try. May as well start it. It is the hardest part. It's like going out on a run or something and like sitting down before you take a lap. It's always easy to do once you've started, but it's always hard. Tell them to be done. Dink donk mic. Yeah, that is. They're doing their thing. let's fill in some otters. Let's do some otters. I think we'll do some otters, and then I really like the idea of doing. You can see how much has changed too. Look, even in the time we've been gone, like look how much that's kind of shifted a little bit. It must have just had like, just enough sun or something. Something about the sun, I think, kind of brought that to life. Let's do. I'm gonna keep this away from the edge. Right here. Let's do a couple of quick little sketches. That's the other thing with watercolor too, is you always feel like you have to sit down like and wait a really long time to make a sketch, but the truth is, if you can just fill a little time when you have it, it all adds up into something pretty substantial. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, audio's not connecting to the camera. My mistake. There we go. Okay, how's that? This stuff is hard. I haven't gotten to the point of doing all of that. Okay. Okay, this should be good. I'm too into the scenery. I keep on forgetting. I need to look at both too. But thank you for calling this out too. Much better? Perfect. Good. Saved. Yes. Great. Thank you. Okay. As I was saying once more, and you probably also couldn't hear me. Let's jump into some. Did I just cut? Like, have you heard any of that? Was I just in my own little world? In case I was, I'd ask if decompressing is playing COD. It is. It's good. And Maya's trying to find her cigarettes. Well, not really. Like her therapist, her counselor, whatever they're called, was saying that it's like important to have some way to decompress, and give the example of a cigarette, like a smoke after something, and so she's trying to figure out what that is for her, and it's an interesting question. Like, what is that for you? You heard? Yeah. Oh, you did hear? Okay, you were just quiet. Okay, good. Just out of curiosity, though, like, yeah, what is that for you? I think for me, it's not watercolor. Well, maybe it is. Watercolor, actually, maybe it kind of is. Watercolor's stressful, though. It's like just stressful enough that I don't count it as relaxing, but it does help me understand. Like, if there's a conversation going and I'm painting, I'm like much more in tune, you know? Yours is knitting. Well, that's a good one. And it is the Fujifax Instax wide. That is the one. Yep. Takes little pictures like this. Ta-da. Quick, dirty. But you get a lot of detail in there too, which I really like. You see all that? Knitting for you too. Ooh, audiobooks. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, we have, let's see, we got a bear. I think I finished. Here's all the bears. Sketched in most of those. I still have this to add. I'm thinking of sketching a little bear in there. Did you see those little bears today? There's a tiny little cub, so fuzzy, and that mama was like protecting it. You liked bead. Oh, cool. Yours is probably drawing fish. No kidding. So that's specific. That's a good decompression thing. Could you do one of those like every single day? Let's do this otter, I think. So I've got one sketch here with a little bit of otter diving, just hearing Andy talk about them, which is really cool. They have pockets in like their armpits. And I always thought it was just for holding like their favorite rock. Apparently it's for like shoving clams in. So when they're like going down and, you know, need to grab a lot of things, they'll just like shove a bunch of clams in, so that way they don't have to go back down, which I love. The fact that like dresses don't have pockets, but otters do. Not even fair. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, so let's go add these little otters here. Let's go sketch them in, and then weaving radical pot holders. That is a great one. Felt so much anxiety for that mama bear. Yeah, and they like live in that. Like, can you imagine being that kind of mama bear? You're just like constantly keeping things from being eaten. Everything's happy, aside from my chat.
Your stream died, like.
It's like it's live view. Live view's giving me the server one, but now they're bothering Maya because I think all of the people that don't like COD were from Maya's people are coming over to me. It's low, but it's not out. So we'll see. Oh, really? Yeah, 3,000 kilobytes. And
Is that off?
yeah, but I was using my phone anyway.
You need to charge this at 10%.
Yeah.
So pull it up to your stream.
Here's a live view. Oh yeah, here's the Twitch. Nope, that's Discord. Twitch.